tense. Any of the forms of a verb which show the time at which an action happened. She sings is in the present tense. She sang is in the past tense. And she will sing is in the future tense.
Tenth, tenth.
Tenth, tenth.
Tense is divided into 3 parts. Each part has its own 4 types as well. 1. The present tense. 2. The past tense. 3. The future tense. The present tense. The period of time which is happening now, not the past or the future. Now, for example, I study for 2 hours every night. Water consists of hydrogen and oxygen.
The present tense. The present tense.
The present tense. The present tense.
The present tense can be the following 4 types. The present simple tense. The present continuous tense. The present perfect tense. The present perfect continuous tense. Let's have a look at all these types. The present simple tense. The tense which we use to refer to events, actions, and conditions which are happening all the time, or exist now. The sentences I live in Dhaka, she doesn't like butter and he thinks you're right are all in the present simple.
The present simple tense. The present simple tense.
The present simple tense. The present simple tense.
The present continuous tense. The tense which we use to refer to actions or events that are happening now or developing. The sentences the guests are watching television and the weather is getting colder are in the present continuous.
The present continuous tense. The present continuous tense.
The present continuous tense. The present continuous tense.
The present perfect tense. The tense which we use to refer to actions or events which have been completed or which have happened in a period of time up to now. The sentences the football player has broken her leg and he has never been to Bangladesh are all in the present perfect.
The present perfect tense. The present perfect tense.
The present perfect tense. The present perfect tense.
The present perfect continuous tense. The tense which we use to refer to actions or events which started before and are happening now or developing. The sentences she has been studying for 3 straight hours and he has been thinking about changing his major subject are all in the present perfect continuous tense.
The present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense.
The present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense.
The past tense. The period of time which happened before the present time and is not happening now, and not going to happen in the future. Used generally to describe grammatical structures that describe actions which have now finished. The sentences our neighbor bought a new car 3 days ago and last year at this time, she was attending school are all in the past tense.
The past tense. The past tense.
The past tense. The past tense.
The past tense can be the following 4 types. The past simple tense. The past continuous tense. The past perfect tense. The past perfect continuous tense. The past simple tense. The form of a verb used to describe an action which happened before the present time and is no longer happening. It is usually made by adding ed. The past simple of cook is cooked. My mother cooked the dinner last night.
The past simple. The past simple.
The past simple. The past simple.
The past continuous tense. The grammatical tense used to describe an action which someone was doing or an event which was happening at a particular time. It is made with was or were and the ing form of a verb. She was cooking rice 30 minutes earlier is an example of the past continuous.
The past continuous. The past continuous.
The past continuous. The past continuous.
The past perfect tense. The grammatical tense used to describe an action that had already finished when another action happened. It is made with had and a past participle. She had already left when Tina got there is an example of the past perfect.
The past perfect. The past perfect.
The past perfect. The past perfect.
The past perfect continuous tense. The grammatical tense used to describe an action which was in progress before another activity or time in the past. The FBI had been looking for the lady suspect for 6 months before they caught her is an example of the past perfect continuous.
The past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous.
The past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous.
The future tense. A period of time that is to come. In grammar, the form of a verb which we use when talking about something that will happen or exist. Harry will finish his work tomorrow. In future I'm going to check every single piece of work that you do. In the sentence who will look after the dog, the verb phrase will look is in the future.
The future tense. The future tense.
The future tense. The future tense.
The future tense can be the following 4 types. The future simple tense. The future continuous tense. The future perfect tense. The future perfect continuous tense. The future simple tense. The form of a verb which we use when talking about something that will happen or exist soon or in future. Will or be going to is used to express simple future tense. In speech, going to is often pronounced gonna. For example, Jane will come tomorrow. Pete is going to buy a new book in a week.
The future simple tense. The future simple tense.
The future simple tense. The future simple tense.
The future continuous tense. The form of a verb which we use when talking about something that will happen or exist soon or in future for a period of time. While Joe is traveling in USA next year, he is going to save money by staying in youth hostels.
The future continuous tense. The future continuous tense.
The future continuous tense. The future continuous tense.
The future perfect tense. The tense which is used to show that an action will have been performed by a particular time. In English it is formed by will have or shall have in a past participle. She will graduate in June. She will see her friend in July. By the time she meets her friend, she will have graduated. In the sentence by that time I will have finished, the verb phrase will have finished is in the future perfect.
The future perfect tense. The future perfect tense.
The future perfect tense. The future perfect tense.
The future perfect continuous tense. The tense which is used to show the duration of an activity that will be in progress before another time or event in the future. When Professor Kate retires next month, she will have been teaching for 40 years.
The future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense.
The future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense.